Good morning, everyone. Everyone's happy with their fruit breakfast this morning. We had a vegetable breakfast this morning, which we explained was the best when you're breaking a fast. But this morning we introduce you to some of the fruits, the millet, the lentils, and I'm going to explaining this morning why some of the things that we're giving you is so good to give you. Because it's important to know why, isn't that true? Yeah. Should be on the tip of our lips. Newton's third law of motion: to every action there's an equal and an opposite reaction. We all always should know why. So we're going to spend our whole day today, our whole morning, on food. And aren't there a lot of different messages on food? Carbs are good. No, actually they're bad. Fat is bad. Actually it's good to... Do you ever think, when are they going to make up their minds? How long have we been on the planet? Well, let's take the lowest common denominator. As a Bible-believing Christian, I believe was about 10,000 years, I think. Haven't they worked it out yet? What would be the signs that someone had worked it out? A group of people had worked it out. Healthy, long life, quality of life. And there are people on the planet that do experience that. I don't know if you've heard of the book Blue Zone. You have Time magazine, I think it was 15 years ago, did also an article on Blue Zone. They looked at, we're going to particularly look at 3 groups of people that live long lives, commonly into their hundreds, quality of life, and the journalist actually interviewed and followed a lot of them. And one was the Okinawans, which are Japanese. I think it's a Japanese island. Very hard for McDonald's to get to islands. And there's a picture of a Okinawan woman, 85, collecting seaweed in the shallow part around the island. Also the Sardinians, which is an Italian group of people, and he was climbing hills, almost mountains, for this 90-year-old man to check his goats, and he could hardly keep up with him. Now, the third group of people were the Seventh-day Adventists, and they're a group of people that commonly have much better health. So the 3 common denominators with these 3 groups of people were they're always active, and tomorrow we're going to be looking at exercise. Number 2, they eat food in its natural state. A lot of them are vegetarians. The ones that eat meat, it's not a large part of their diet. And the third common denominator was they're very social. You know, we're social people, aren't we? And when we're social people, our mind is not so much concentrated on us, but on other people. Interesting that they were the 3 common denominators. So we're going to look at the social aspect, the emotional aspect on Saturday morning, which is 2 more days. Tomorrow morning we're going to be looking at the activity part, but today we're going to look at the food part. I'm going to come at what is the best food to eat from the pH balance. pH means potential hydrogen. And when you dissolve acid in a solution, it gives off hydrogen ions. When you dissolve alkaline in solution, it gives off hydroxy ions. So the pH scale is potential hydrogen, potential hydroxy. So I'll do it in everyday language now. It's the acid-alkaline balance. So up one end, we have acid, and up the other end of the acid-alkaline scale, we have alkaline. And in the middle, we've got neutral. Neutral is neither acid nor alkaline. So the acid scale, it's 0, alkaline, it's 14, and in the middle, 7 is neutral. Blood has a reading on the pH scale, and blood's reading on the pH scale is between 7.35 and 7.4. It will always be within that range. If blood pH does go up to 8, that person will go into a coma and die of alkalosis. If blood pH drops down to 7.22, that person will go into a coma and die of acidosis. So there cannot be much variation there, and we don't need to worry about the pH of our blood.